Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. It's the last weekend before Christmas, which means busy streets and people. But please, be reminded to take all the precautions to ensure your safety. Hello, I am Adrian Atkinson. On the show today, tips to prevent fires and handling money, plus where to take the family for a good time. Stay with us for the full details.
Are you being promised lots of money, trips overseas, marriage, gifts and other benefits without strings attached? What of jobs with excellent salaries but require no experience? You could become a victim of human trafficking, modern-day slavery, where you're forced to work or perform sexual favors. Remember, not everything that glitters is gold. If you or anyone you know has been a victim of human trafficking, call 811 or 1-888-PROTECT. Be wise, open your eyes, spot them, stop them. A message brought to you by the National Task Force Against Trafficking in Persons.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, December 21. The first weekly shipment of Jamaican bananas to Trinidad and Tobago left the island earlier today. Agriculture Minister Carl Samuda inspected the first shipment at the AMC complex on Spanish Town Road this morning. At a previous function, General Manager at the Banana Board, Janet Coney, said it represented the start of a new arrangement that will see Jamaican farmers supplying 3 containerized shipments weekly.
We'll be starting with 1 container each week. We have a contract for 6 months, but really the importer wants 3 containers on a weekly basis. We are trying to get the farmers to increase their production, increase their productivity, increase their quality management system so that we'll be able to supply this very good market.
24 farms operating on over 100 hectares of land are engaged to supply the bananas. The Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries has signed an advisory agreement with the International Finance Corporation, a subsidiary of the World Bank, to implement a national trade portal. The portal is meant to increase transparency and predictability of trade procedures, which will in turn increase the compliance level and reduce the cost of doing business. It will house all regulatory trade-related information, making them readily accessible on a single integrated website to Jamaican importers, exporters, and investors.
This particular initiative here will signal the degree to which we have joined the rest of the world that have been enlightened since then in providing a portal that will provide information to the trading community so that they don't have to run all over the place and waste time to be able to trade.
Once the portal has been implemented, Jamaica will satisfy Article 1 of the World Trade Organization's Trade Facilitation Agreement. The agreement requires signatories to ensure that trade information is public and available. The Jamaica Constabulary Force's K9 Division has received 3 Toyota Hilux pickups to support its work. National Security Minister Robert Montego handed over the vehicles to the division head, Superintendent Dalton Wright, on Wednesday. One of the vehicles will be assigned to the western end of the island, where it will serve the export sector and assist in the cruise ship industry. Prior to handing over the keys on Wednesday, Minister Montego was given a tour of the kennels, where he saw 2 of the 12 dogs imported from Colombia to assist in the detection of narcotics, firearms and explosives, as well as search and rescue operations. The other 10 dogs from Colombia have not yet been released from quarantine, while another 7 are expected to arrive from Florida early in the new year. Minister Montego also viewed refurbishing and expansion work now being done on the kennels to move its capacity from 70 to 105 dogs. The K9 Division has more than 50 dogs which specialize in detecting narcotics, firearms and ammunition. There are also 4 cadaver dogs for locating human remains and doing search and rescue operations for persons who may be lost. The Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, has introduced a Dropbox and courier service at its head office on Constant Spring Road in Kingston. The Dropbox will facilitate speedier passport renewals by eliminating the need for clients to join long queues to have documents processed.
The drop box will be used for persons who are renewing their passports, not for first-time applicants, and for persons who have been pre-checked at our outstations.
It will be complemented by a courier service being done in partnership with DHL Jamaica Limited. The courier service will enable clients to arrange for the delivery of their documents after making their payments. PICA's Chief Executive Officer, Andrew Winter, says the services will initially be available in Kingston before expanding to other locations.
And the plan is to roll it out Kingston, Montego Bay, and over the next few months we look at all our locations.
And finally, as the party scene intensifies, event promoters and planners are being urged to obtain a fire safety permit. Acting Assistant Commissioner at the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Emilio Ebanks, says this is to ensure the safety of venues being used to host events this holiday season.
I was alerted of a situation that is now going with a lot of promoters of events where they come and they seek the permit and they get the permit. And then after they get that permit, they will come back to us and tell us that the event has been cancelled. They are not going to have the event anymore. So we will not send persons to go out there and monitor this event, but the event still goes. The operators who are doing these things, you must understand, you're putting lives at risk.
Mr. Ebanks was speaking at a recent JIS think tank session. He explained that event promoters who fail to apply for a fire permit could also be liable for a lawsuit. To get information on obtaining a permit, promoters may contact the Brigade's Fire Prevention Department at 922-2523. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade says there is usually an increase in the number of fires during the month of December. Two main reasons are the overloading of electrical circuits with Christmas lights and appliances and unmonitored cooking. Let's take our safety into consideration with these tips from the Jamaica Fire Brigade.
When it comes to Christmas lights, please ensure if you're leaving the house, plug them out. If you're going to bed, plug them out. Now, for adults especially, don't tell yourself that the child is going to plug them out when they finish watching TV. We know a lot of persons will be purchasing Christmas trees. Make sure you look for the UL rating for man-made Christmas trees. If you're using a live tree, make sure that you cut some of the lower branches off so that it will be able to fit into a container that you can pour some water in. Make sure that you are putting some water in that container at least every day. And the reason for this is, even though it's a so-called dead tree, the branches are still soaking up some amount of water and maintaining some amount of moisture, which will keep it fresher for longer. The fresher it is, the least likely it will catch fire. Position your Christmas tree at least 3 feet away from all heat sources. And when we speak of heat sources, a television is a heat source, the cable box is a heat source, all appliances are heat sources. So make sure that you position these trees at least 3 feet away. And you want to ensure when you put the decorations on them as well, the lights as well, what you want to ensure is that there's circulation space around the tree. And that will help to maintain the room temperature around that tree. One of the main things that we have to point out when it comes to holiday cooking, never ever leave the cooking unattended. We know how difficult that is when you have friends and family over, but please ensure you don't leave the cooking unattended. Worst, if you feel like you need to take a nap, and after you wake up, you do the cooking. Don't start cooking and tell yourself you're going to take a nap because enough water is in the pot. It won't boil over, it won't dry out. We have seen a lot of cases where this has led to fires, and we know that there'll be a lot more cooking in the Christmas season as well. As much as is possible, wear appropriate clothing. So long flowing sleeves that can hang over and catch fire, you don't want to be wearing those. And kitchen towels, make sure that at all times they are kept away from the stove. If it is that you have wind blowing in a particular direction, make sure you check the direction of the wind. No curtains can get to your stove. Children are naturally curious. At all times, no child must come within 3 feet of a stove. Make sure that you keep them away. Make sure you tell them why. Tell them what can happen if they do certain things, if they disobey, and make sure that they understand. Because what you don't want is for them to use that natural curiosity and then go ahead and experiment and try to find out why mommy said I mustn't light the stove when she light the stove. And again with children, make sure that no child under 12 is cooking.
Earlier, we shared a few tips on how to prevent fire around the home. And now we tell you how important it is to take extra care when handling money, especially at this time of year. I did a demonstration of how you can protect yourself when using an ATM and share a few tips for businesses. Take a look. Safeguarding your PIN number is not the only security measure that you should practice when using the automated teller machine, ATM. And with the increased shopping that usually comes with the holidays, these machines are even more busy this time of year, which means more opportunities for illicit activities and more reasons for you to be vigilant. Always be aware of your surroundings and the people around you when at an ATM. And never enter the booth with a stranger. When inside, bolt the door to prevent others from using their card to gain entry. Also, if you notice anything unusual as you're using the machine, discontinue the transaction and report your suspicions to the bank. If all is safe, withdraw only the amount of cash that you need. If you have to use an ATM machine, it is recommended that you use one that is located inside a mall or in a well-lit area at night. And never give information about your card or PIN to anyone on the phone. Remember, as you go about your activities this festive season, ATMs can be quick, easy options to long bank lines. And your ATM card is a handy alternative to walking around with huge wads of cash. But as you enjoy the convenience, safety must always be at the forefront of your mind. Business establishments also have the responsibility to put in place safety measures to match the expected crowd and increase transactions at this time of the year. Security experts recommend that business owners or managers try to reduce the amount of cash held on their premises to a workable minimum. It's also recommended that you implement a system whereby excess cash is removed to a secure area, and place emergency numbers where staff members can easily see them. Enforce these safety measures and keep safe this holiday period.
Christmas is here again, and there are so many things you may want to do this Christmas. For parents, you know how the children can be. They are anticipating gifts and making all kinds of demands. But how can you meet those expectations when money is tight? Well, you may want to consider this. Why not engage the children? Talk to them about your financial situation. Let them know how much you have to spend and spell out the necessary things that you must buy. Let them help you design a budget and stick to it. Talk to them about the possibility of postponing gift giving until a later date when you can afford it. Or choose to buy a gift the whole family will enjoy. Don't assume they won't understand. Talk to them. You will be surprised how understanding they can be.
My mother taught me how to work for what I want. And if you don't work for it, then you don't deserve it.
They always tell me, be yourself. Don't try to be like others.
They help me through tough times, good time, bad time, they're always there for me.
Once the family is good, teach the children the right things, then them can grow up on the right.
Thinking of somewhere to go for the holiday? How about Dunn's River Falls and Park? The recent inclusion of a splash pad kids area by the Urban Development Corporation makes the destination perfect for the entire family.
Water slide and the splash pad is amazing. Woo!
The water slide is very fun, especially when you reach the turn. When it goes fast, you really want to enjoy it a lot. And the splash pad, oh my God.
Dunn's River Falls and Park is well known for its over 600 feet of cascading waterfall along its white sand beach. The world's famous attraction provides the unique opportunity for adventure seekers to climb the falls, and as such is ranked among the must-do activities for visitors and residents alike. Now, visitors can take advantage of a new experience, the Central Garden, which caters to children and adults.
When we segment our customer groups coming into the park, we have able-bodied persons, we have children, we have those that want a little bit more of a slower space. They are not necessarily able to climb a 600-foot fall, but they also want to participate in nature, getting back to nature.
The area was once a customer parking lot, but has been transformed into a cluster of 3 lush gardens with a water slide and splash pad as its central features. And the response is tremendous.
They're coming in numbers. and you can just listen. It's one of the wonderful things when you have children laughter. Children are coming, both our residents who expect to come and our guests from overseas. Everybody's enjoying it.
I think it's amazing, it's nice, I love it.
I am enjoying myself. I had so much fun.
The Central Gardens is outfitted with 12 wood-overlaid kiosks which add a rustic aura to the space and will serve as commercial outlets for Dunn's River Falls and Park branded merchandise, a photo shop, ice cream, pizza, and other commodities. The project represents an investment of approximately $122 million by the Urban Development Corporation UDC, which manages the attraction through the Sintan Development Company. Construction was carried out by Chin's Construction Limited, while the UDC provided design and project management services.
It's really a tremendous feat and a tremendous economic opportunity right here for St. Anne, and in particular Ocho-Rios. The fact is that we're looking at 800,000 visitors annually. And we anticipate that this Central Gardens will carry us over that million mark, which has been so elusive for so long.
The management here, the craft vendors here, the fall guides here, all the people here that interface with the guests have been able to produce an experience that tops each and every other attraction in Ocho.
We are indeed committed to surpassing the customers' expectations and the experience in this space. It is a world-famous attraction which we intend to apply continuous improvement, innovation, and bring value-added experiences and bold marketing initiatives.
Major upgrades over the years include the installation of an electronic ticket management system, as well as the construction of a jetty to facilitate arrivals by boat. A ticket office and entry courtyard have also been put in place to foster and enhance entrance experience for guests. As the upgrade continues, the use of e-commerce through the Dunn's River Falls and Park website is on the horizon. The park is open to the public daily from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on cruise ship days. The entry rate for non-residents is $20 for persons ages 13 years and over, and $12 for children ages 4 to 12 years. Residents with supporting IDs ages 13 years and older currently enjoy a discounted rate of $600 Jamaican dollars, and children ages 4 to 12 years will pay $300 Jamaican dollars. The Urban Development Corporation upgrading recreation facilities to world-class standard. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 656-8031 or visit their website at www.udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit their information center on the ground floor, Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston.
production.
Not just by some, but by everyone.
Yes, we must work hard to keep our country alive and export more in order to survive.
What Jamaica needs now is greater conservation, not just by some, but by the entire nation. If we use less gasoline and electricity, we'll save more in exchange to benefit our country. What Jamaica needs now, what Jamaica needs now is greater productivity. That's what Jamaica needs now. What Jamaica needs now, what Jamaica needs now is our strength and unity. That's what Jamaica needs now.
What we need to do is buy Jamaica, not just food, clothes, but even our vacation.
We'll create more jobs for our people, you'll see, and make Jamaica a better place for you and me. What Jamaica needs now, what Jamaica needs now is greater productivity. That's what Jamaica needs now. What Jamaica needs now, what Jamaica needs now is our strength and unity. That's what Jamaica needs now. What Jamaica needs now, what Jamaica needs now is our responsibility. That's what Jamaica needs now. What Jamaica needs now, what Jamaica needs now is greater productivity. That's what Jamaica needs now. What Jamaica needs now, what Jamaica needs now is our strength and unity. That's what Jamaica needs now.
That's all the time we have for you today, but another program comes your way tomorrow. Until then, just click on our website, jis.gov.jm, to stay connected. And while you're online, send your feedback to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm or via tweet at JIS News. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.